You know, it's time for you to get some private pay clients, but you don't want to do all the things. So you hired help, maybe a VA to do some social media for you, or a copywriter to write the copy on your website. Or maybe you hired someone to do your SEO because you heard that's the way that we get found. Yet you've invested this money and your caseload still isn't full, and you're wondering, okay, why isn't this working? Here's the truth that most people aren't going to tell you. Hiring any one piece of the marketing puzzle isn't going to fix your private pay marketing. So you're not the problem here. You're not doing it wrong. You've just been told that executing tactics like blogging or posting or outsourcing is the solution, when that tactic is just one part of a bigger puzzle. I have a whole lot of feelings about this because not only is it only one part of the puzzle, but often the way that we are taught to hire the person to do that one part is hiring someone who's never going to do it the way that a therapist needs it to be done. So we'll talk about that. Marketing isn't about doing more. It's about building your conceptualization of how marketing for therapists works so that you can do as little marketing as possible and fill your private pay spots. I don't want you to have to do a lot, and I don't want you stuck doing the wrong things. So I want you to think about it kind of like if you had a therapy client and you have your toolkit of interventions, you're not going to throw all the interventions at the client and be like, why aren't you fixed yet? And that's what it seems like a lot of therapists are doing when they're trying to hire help. They're like, okay, I know something about SEO is important. Let me throw some stuff at SEO, right? So it's just like when you're working with a therapy client, you meet with them and you understand conceptually what needs to happen so that you're doing not all the things, but the right things to help them. And marketing is the same. So it doesn't matter how much money you pay to that person who did your SEO. If you're only doing one piece of the marketing puzzle, you're not going to get private pay clients. It's not going to result in the outcome that you're looking for. So let me show you exactly what I mean. Let's say you've invested in hiring someone to do your SEO. You know that you need to get found, smarty. And so you hire somebody to do the SEO because you've heard that that's how you're going to get found. Now, I have a lot to say about why SEO experts are really bad at helping therapists, particularly online therapists, but we'll save that for another video. Let me know if that's interesting to you. So you've hired somebody to do your SEO, and let's just pretend that they're going to do a perfect job for a therapist, but you're still not getting clients. Why is that? Because SEO is about getting people to your website. It's one of the 3 strategies that we use inside the marketing intensive to get people to your website. But if once they land there, the copy isn't speaking directly to their heart in a way that's going to get them to push the button to schedule the free consult, then we've just spent a whole lot of money for no reason. You're getting more and more traffic, but just getting more and more no's. That's not what we want to do. Or let's say that you hire a copywriter and somehow that copywriter really gets your voice, are just nailing the copy, exactly your voice. They know your flow client inside and out. It's chef's kiss. But if you have this beautiful copy, beautiful graphic design, but nobody is ever getting to the website, it's just a billboard in the woods, which I think is from Nick Fuller from Shire Digital. It's just a billboard in the woods. Nobody's seeing it. So when we're thinking about your full marketing strategy, there are really just 2 pieces, and I'll go into detail about them in another video, but we're looking for you to get found and get picked by your ideal clients. And I'll walk you through exactly what that looks like. But here, I just want you to understand that if you have invested either your time, you did it yourself, or money, you hired someone else to do a part of your marketing and it's not getting results, it may not be because what they did was bad. It may just be that they only did one part of the marketing puzzle. In another video, I'll talk to you about what to look for if you are going to hire people to fill those roles and why it's often not a good idea to do that. The truth is, successful private pay marketing comes down to just 3 things. You have to know your flow client inside and out. not just demographics or symptoms, but what really makes them tick deep down. How are they seeing the problems that they're struggling with? What do they really hope for on the other side of a successful course of treatment? We have to write copy that makes them know we know them inside and out. And then once we have that, we have to make sure that we're getting people to see that copy. There are 3 ways that we do that. We do that through SEO. I call it baby SEO because it's different for therapists than other groups. We do that through real relationships, not networking. And we do that through being helpful out loud, which is called content marketing. We don't go hard at all 3. I actually have a quiz. I'll link it below that you can take to show you which one of those strategies should be the one you lead with based on your personality. And then we go hard at that one, and then we go a little bit at the other ones. So if you've been pouring money into trying to solve your marketing problem and not getting the outcomes that you've wanted, it's possible that you have either hired only one part of the full puzzle, or you've hired somebody to do that one part who doesn't know how to do it for therapists. Things look different for us. So it's not you. It's not that there aren't private pay clients out there. In fact, what I hear over and over again is people struggling to find their soul level therapist. You're just missing the full framework. So in the next video, I'll break down exactly why hiring a VA for social media, hiring a copywriter for your copy, or hiring an SEO expert may not be getting you clients based on the fact that how you do those things has to look different for a therapist than for other industries. If that would be helpful to you and you want to make sure that you see it, hit subscribe and then the notification bell so that you'll know as soon as it drops. Thanks for tuning in, friends.